We'll look back at the final night of Week 14 in the UFL, and you would think Cleveland, Chicago, these two teams are out of the picture. Why are we starting with them? Well, I mean, you got to admit, that was kind of a funny highlight. Jamarcus Richmond doesn't even know that he forced the fumble or doesn't care. I don't know. Justin Bennett with a big man touchdown, and Cleveland takes a 7-0 lead. This was the best game of the night, and these two teams didn't have much to fight for, although Cleveland still an outside chance at getting in. 7-0 Bandits. Mike Roberts takes a Bandit for a ride. Did the receiver there at the end of that play. 7-7. End of the start of the second quarter. Look at all the space for the Dragons. 2-10. They've lost 7 games by 1 score this season. There are no bad teams in the UFL, just ones that are less lucky. Chicago's definitely been one of the unluckiest. They're up 17-7. Hey, right before the end of the half, doink, right off the camera. What are the odds of that? Cleveland gets the field goal. Jaden Swift almost broke that tackle. Bandits down just 7. This time Swift doesn't have to break any tackles, just walks in from 1 yard out. We're tied at 17. Corey Preston, run of the year. Man, has this guy been awesome since he was promoted as the starter. 24-17, Shy Ronnie. Annie Beaverhausen, 98 yards. Look at the separation. Oh, Annie, tie game at 24. What a game. Start of the fourth quarter, Mike Roberts down to the Cleveland sideline. That's caught. Then 3rd down and 10. Chicago trying to keep the drive alive. Roberts steps back and reloads. Fires to Marcus Lloyd, and then the big man, the fullback, Dylan Kelly, punch it in. 31-24. Ronnie, Annie, what a catch in tight traffic, and then Chicago doesn't even cover Cash Carter in the back of the end zone. That ties the game at 31. 1:15 to go. Cleveland gets the last laugh. Again, Beaverhausen to the sideline, and then they go for the fake, and Shy Ronnie walks in the touchdown. Cleveland wins 38-31. 8th loss by 1 score for Chicago this season, but Cleveland still scratching and clawing in the East. Another field goal just hit the camera. Another camera doink. What's going on at the end of Week 14? Fun stuff. Mike Churchill and the Milwaukee Stags in the rain. This was an ugly weather game if I've ever seen one, but man, it was pitch and catch all night for these Stags. Up 6-0 after the field goal in the first quarter. Washington can't get the offense moving. The Knights 5-7. They're right in the thick of the playoff picture. Milwaukee 6-6. Look at Wiseman, all kinds of time. Mike Churchill with the catch. I don't even know if the pass was intended for him. The running back was interfered with, but the penalty would be declined, and Milwaukee would pick up a 1st down. Milwaukee picks up another 1st down over the middle of the field to the 5, and then it's Fergus Henderson on a little slant inside for the touchdown. 13-0 Milwaukee. Second quarter. Look at Wiseman all the time standing. He can see over everybody. Dumps it off to the running back, Rocco McLongfellow, for the 1st down. Then Wiseman, open again, finds Henderson for another move of the chain. 17-24 at that point for $163. Mike Churchill on a comeback route with the catch. Drive would end in a field goal. 16-0, start of the second half. Maybe Washington can get something going on the opening drive of the third quarter. TJ Stevens over the middle to his top target, Isaiah Moody. Washington only mustered a field goal. Their offense struggled to produce tonight in the rain for the 2nd time this season. And their defense just didn't have the juice. Mike Churchill open again, making the play. We're used to this Washington secondary being anywhere and everywhere, but not tonight. Fergus Henderson with another catch down into the red zone. Washington gets another field goal for good measure, Milwaukee that is, and they win an ugly one, 19-3. Washington 190 yards of total offense. Los Angeles at Fresno, a rematch from earlier this season. Isaiah Fowler making sure the result would end differently this time around. 40-yard score. Then Larry Randolph throws into traffic into double coverage. That pass is picked off by Parrish. 7-0 Los Angeles. We're not even 3 minutes into this game. Marco Swift is breaking sacks and finding Miles Morales-Woods down to the 4-yard line. Everything was clicking for Los Angeles. Give it back to Woods. He got you down there. 14-0 LA, 8:30 to go in the first quarter. Fast forward to the second quarter. Fresno finally on the board, but 4th and goal with a 3. Field goals aren't going to do it against LA, although the Aztecs would find one of their own. 17-3. Now, final play of the first half. Fresno at least got something out of it. Nearly blocked. The field goal's good. 17-6. 11-point game at the half. Not too shabby considering how Fresno started this one. But Isaiah Fowler in the open field. Man, just looked like he had an extra gear in this one. Field goal good for McCray. 20-6 LA. Still a 2-score game with 7 minutes to go. Fresno just couldn't do anything offensively. They give it back to Los Angeles. They can't defend Iggy Turner or anybody else on LA. Nearly 300 yards passing at that point. Marco Swift would reach that milestone. LA would add a field goal for good measure, 23-6. Final 10 seconds of this one. Fresno trying to get a touchdown, trying to get something out of nothing in this game, and that's just how it was today for the Bobcats. Sacked in the backfield as time expires. 23-6. The Fresno Bobcats have lost 3 straight. They're in trouble. LA with the win. No season sweep in California. Austin and Houston. This started rough for the Herd, and I mean really rough. Block punt. Recovered by Houston, but Austin would retain possession. Then Mike Woodstone would go hero balling into the end zone for the score. 7-0, just like that. Austin on top. But strangely, after that, the Lone Stars just kind of disappeared from this game, and Houston took over. Ronnie Shanahan to Rene Leon down to the 26-yard line. And then Shanahan, play fake again. Pass caught, touchdown. DR Simeon into the end zone, 10-7 Houston. Herd tack on a field goal in the second quarter, now 13-7, 13 unanswered. Shanahan back to work, inside Austin territory, finds a wide open Rene Leon down the sideline with 11 seconds to go. Houston goes up by 9 points for the end of the first half, 16-7. More Houston highlights. Look at the patience. DJ Simeon, first down to the 33-yard line on Houston's opening drive of the second half. Shanahan finds his tight end, DeAndre Lawson, for the 30-yard touchdown. Houston's pouring it on. Austin on 4th and goal with the 2 gets something out of nothing. 22-10. 3rd down and 2, keeping the drive alive. I mean, this is just easy stuff, folks. Rene Leon into the red zone. Start of the fourth quarter. Shanahan, look at the time. Ronnie Shanahan dumps it off, and Liam Ryan breaks 2 tackles and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. 29-10. Another field goal for Houston. 32-10. That one almost hit the camera too. Houston all over Austin. They take the lead in the Southwest. That was 8 minutes in UFL heaven.